Sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
No problem. Saturday, July 20th. See you there, buddy.
Prior to his fight with the late great Mike Tyson, Jake Paul revealed some new training videos. The renowned boxer answered by releasing his own training video, which demonstrated his preparedness to face Paul. Since the announcement was made, it sent shockwaves round the entirety of the internet, and especially the combat sports world, with many questioning why this fight is even taking place. We previously checked out Jake Paul's reaction to Mike Tyson's training, and it now appears Jake Paul is rightly so, taking this fight extremely serious. So, be sure to stick around till the end for the full details. Even though Mike Tyson is a great fighter with a ton of experience, he is too old to compete against a youthful Jake Paul, who is putting in a lot of preparation for the bout, according to Chael Sonnen.
But this is the story the way they told it 1 week ago, and now all of a sudden you see this announcement.
By the way, Mike's going to be 58 years old at this fight, and Jake's going to be 27.
Wow. Holy crap, 30 years.
And can Mike still beat Jake or no? At this, the 30-year difference, Jake gets the edge.
Jake will beat him, but yeah, Mike could go with him.
You think Jake's going to beat Mike Tyson, Chael?
Hey, Jake's the real deal. I mean, you know,
Chael, Mike Tyson.
He's 60 years
Mike
old.
Mike Tyson could be 188 years old, okay? Like Rocky Marciano and Coming to America. He's going to be, look at him now.
Just hearing the phrase, Jake Paul will beat Mike Tyson, is literally insane. Who would have thought even just a few years ago that Jake Paul would be able to fight Mike Tyson? This fight just proves that the world is a complete simulation. There's no other explanation that makes any logical sense whatsoever. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notification bell. By doing this, you'll never miss out on any future videos from the combat sports world. Although what has rubbed fans up the wrong way is when Mike Tyson featured on Joe Rogan's podcast and stated that after he released some training footage where he was smashing the pads, he was bedbound right after. Let me tell you something about that video. I filmed that video and I was in bed for a week. That was 30 seconds and I was in bed for a week. It's not funny because it made me realize that this is big boy shit. Which is why everyone's reaction online to this fight is flooded with numerous posts like, "Bro, Jake Paul wants to fight a 59-year-old, how fair?" Jake Paul is not very smart. Either you beat up an old guy or you lose to an old guy. This fight shouldn't even be allowed. Mike is almost 60. It is true what fans are saying, but let's not forget, this is Mike Tyson we're talking about. And from his training footage he posted only a couple days back, he has still got insane amounts of power, which would most certainly knock out the likes of Jake Paul for starters. The reason this fight will do so well is because there is such a wide range of perspectives regarding it. It's important to keep in mind that Jake Paul is a novice boxer who has only been fighting for about 5 years. He has no amateur experience, which is why it's so difficult to predict who will prevail in this fight. Even though Tyson would surely receive a big payment from the fight, many supporters would prefer that he put up his gloves forever. But the boxer, who used to go by the nickname the baddest man on the planet, has made it clear he's excited to take on the challenge. I'm very much looking forward to stepping into the ring with Jake Paul. He's grown significantly as a boxer over the years, so it will be a lot of fun to see what the will and ambition of a kid can do with the experience and aptitude of a GOAT. It's a full circle moment that will be beyond thrilling to watch, as I started him off on his boxing journey on the undercard of my fight with Roy Jones, and now I plan to finish him. The Jake Paul vs Mike Tyson bout trailer was also just released, showing the fighters facing after landing on a helipad. With a 9-1 record in professional boxing, Jake Paul seemed fired up about this matchup, saying, "It's crazy to think that in my second pro fight, I went viral for knocking out Nate Robinson on Mike Tyson's undercard. Now, less than 4 years later, I'm stepping up to face Tyson myself to see if I have what it takes to beat one of boxing's most notorious fighters and biggest icons." Within just 2.5 years of founding MVP, we're about to produce the biggest fight in history. A fight in the biggest NFL stadium in the US broadcast, live on the biggest streaming platform in the world. A testament to all we've accomplished in such a short amount of time. Whether you're tuning in on Netflix or showing out in person, whether you're Team Paul or Team Tyson, or whether you're a lifelong boxing fan or watching your first fight, you're not going to want to miss this event. Considering Jake Paul is about to take on Mike Tyson, he has been ramping up his training and preparation for this blockbuster bout, and is definitely not cutting any corners this camp for his own sake. So let's check out a side-by-side comparison of the pair.
Good. 10 more seconds. Bring your hip in. Good. Nice.
Before we go any further into the video, what are your guys' honest thoughts on this huge upcoming fight? Could you somehow see Jake Paul getting a win over Mike Tyson, and by a possible knockout? Or will Mike Tyson show Jake Paul what an elite boxer can do even at age 58? Comment down below. Jake Paul and Logan have been known to have many feuds in the past, and strangely in an episode of Impulsive yesterday, Logan did seem to roast his own brother for fighting Mike Tyson, and tried to claim that he was offered the fight and declined because he didn't want to beat up an old man.
For both Mike and Jake, the bag. Like at what point you can't, I don't know if you could say no. I said no to fighting Mike Tyson.
I'd say no.
I was offered it. And
You got offered?
Yeah, I was offered it, but not on Netflix and not for a big ass bag. It was just like a, oh, this could be a real fight. Because I've been asked before. I'm sure you have too. Do you think you could beat Mike Tyson? And my answer was and will be yes.
Well, yeah,
I just think
now?
Yes, I just think he's too old, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, God.
He's senile.
He'd be great for a round, maybe.
It does seem whenever Jake Paul has some big announcement, Logan will find any way to discredit him. Like it isn't a big deal, saying, yeah, I was offered the same thing and turned it down because I don't beat up old men. Like your brother is fighting Mike Tyson. How can you not be ecstatic? It just shows the true side of Logan Paul and how he's evidently envious and jealous of his brother's success in boxing. There's little doubt that on July 20th, everything about the event, from the production to the undercard fights, will be packed with entertainment value. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to Fight Fury for future videos from the combat sports world, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.